कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
जय श्री कृष्ण नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कंचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदानेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। बोलो श्री राधे गोलोकानंद भगवान की जय। बोलो श्रीमद् भागवतम की
जय।
जय। हरे कृष्णा जय।
हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा।
We have Anil ji out of town this month. It's okay, we'll get started. Yeah, तो जैसा कि हम लोग देख रहे हैं, there are we completed 8th skand last week.
Right.
Yeah, and then we had some break, so I think everyone is still on break. Yeah. So 8वां skand complete करें, और जैसा कि we are seeing there are 12 skands, right?
Yeah.
There are 12 books in Srimad Bhagavatam. As you know, there are 18,000 shloks, 332 adhyayas, and I think we can say we are pretty much approximately 2/3 there. Hare Krishna, Reena ji.
Hare Krishna, Bhaiya.
Hare
Hare Krishna, everyone.
How are you? Feeling good?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, आपकी आवाज से
कैसे हैं आप लोग?
बस सब फर्स्ट क्लास है। अभी बस कीर्तन की तैयारी कर रहे हैं इस वीकेंड में।
हाँ,
तो सब लोग आना है। अजय, हरे कृष्णा, तरुण।
हरे कृष्णा गजेंद्र, आज मेरा लिसन मोड रहेगा सिर्फ।
अच्छा, अभी तक ड्राइव कर रहे हो? आपकी मीटिंग्स खत्म नहीं हुई लग रहा है।
ड्राइव नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मीटिंग्स खत्म हो गई। थैंक यू।
अच्छा, नहीं कोई नहीं, दैट्स फाइन। या we have a Hare Krishna Kirtan this Saturday actually, 5-hour Kirtan yearly जो करते हैं। So
वेरी नाइस।
हमारे यहाँ से 7 घंटे की ड्राइव है तरुण, वैसे नाले।
अगले वीक दिवाली है ना गजेंद्र?
उसके अगले वीक है। हाँ।
अगले हफ्ते ना, अक्टूबर 31 को दिवाली है, उसके नेक्स्ट डे कर रहे हो क्या?
नहीं, दिस सैटरडे।
हाँ, नहीं तो दिवाली की तैयारी में बिजी है अभी, तो नेक्स्ट टाइम ट्राई करेंगे।
26th, या ठीक है। या आई नो दिवाली इज क्लोज बाय एक्चुअली। कोई नहीं, तो हम लोग शुरू करते हैं वापस। सो 8th कैंटो कंप्लीट करें। वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विद कैंटो 9th लिबरेशन, और हमारे 3 और बाकी है, अभी 4 और बाकी है इंक्लूडिंग 9th। सो start with the 9th one. 10th one is the most important one, right? Has 95 adhyayas in that about Lord Krishna, and the 9th is about liberation. Yeah, and we'll start with the chapter 1, adhyay 1, which is about King Sudyumna becomes a woman. Yeah, so that's the narration about that. Parikshit Maharaj is asking question about that. Hare Krishna, Shri Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu ji.
Hare Krishna. We are starting with Adhyay first of 9th canto, first श्लोक. Let's start. Ajay.
श्री राजोवाच मन्वन्तराणि सर्वाणि त्वयोक्तानि श्रुतानि मे वीर्यस्य हरेस्त्रथ कृतानि च। King Parikshit said, My Lord Sukdev Goswami, you have elaborately described all the periods of the various Manus, and within those periods the wonderful activities of Supreme Personality of Godhead, who has unlimited potency. I am fortunate to have heard all of this from you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so Sri Rajavach, and Raju is, of course, we know Parikshit Maharaj, right? And Sukdev Goswami is reciting Srimad Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj. And so he's saying that, Manavantarani, like Manuvantar, we have been reading, right? Last lot of adhyayas, we have been reading about different Manuvantars, right? Starting from Shambhu Manuvantar to then we read about the last week, we're reading about Chakshush Manuvantar, right? We read about Matsya Avatar, where King Satyavrat, how he sees the darshan of Lord Vishnu in the form of a huge Matsya, and then how he gets the spiritual transcendental knowledge from that. Before that, we saw the Vaman Devata Avatar, conversation between Bali Maharaj. And while we have been reading all this, you see, like every time there is a glorification of Lord Vishnu. What we are reading is all these huge devotees, right? The tallest devotees are how they are glorifying Lord Vishnu in different forms, different ways. It's amazing to read about all that. And that's what Parikshit Maharaj is saying, right? That Manavantaravani Sarvani, Tvaktani Shrutani Me, right? And that you have elaborately described all the periods of the various Manus, and then of course the wonderful activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yeah. And of course saying who has unlimited potency. And so he's saying, so fortunate to hear all this about Bhagwan from Sukdev Goswami ji is what Parikshit Maharaj is saying right now. Reena ji? Reena ji?
Yes. यो असो सत्यव्रतो नाम राजार्षिर्द्विवेदेश्वरः ज्ञानम यो अतीत कल्पान्ते लेभे पुरुष सेवया स वै विवस्वतः पुत्रो मनुरासीदिति श्रुतम् त्वत्तस्तस्य सुताः प्रोक्ता इक्ष्वाकुप्रमुखा नृपा. Satyavrat, the saintly king of Dravidas, who received spiritual knowledge at the end of the last millennium by the grace of the Supreme, later became Vaivasvat Manu, the son of Vaivasvan, in the next Manvantar period of Manu. I have received this knowledge from you. I also understand that such kings as Ikshwaku were his sons, as you have already explained. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. And who is talking right now? Who is speaking? I mean, who is speaking this right now?
Parikshit Maharaj.
Parikshit Maharaj, right? Parikshit Maharaj is telling to Sukdev Goswami ji that he has been so fortunate to hear about all these various Manvantar avatars. And then he's also saying Satyavrat, if you remember, we read about King Satyavrat, in last Adhyay with the Matsya Avatar Darshan, Lord Vishnu gave it to him. And we know that King Satyavrat actually became the Manu in Vaivasvat Manu, right? This Manvantar, this is the 7th Manvantar, right? King Satyavrat in the 6th Manvantar. And what was the 6th Manu's name? What was the Manu's name before Vaivasvat Manu?
Ikshwaku? No.
Chakshush Manu was the Manu of
Swambhu Manu?
Chakshush Manu.
I see.
Shambhu Manu is the first Manu.
I see.
Yeah. Very first Manu in this day of Lord Brahma is Shambhu Manu. And 6th Manu was Chakshush Manu. 7th Manu is Vaivasvat Manu. We are in the 7th Manvantar. So we are all santans of Vaivasvat Manu. And the name Vaivasvat is because he is son of Vivasvan. Who is Vivasvan?
Sun God.
Sun God. Surya Devi is also known as Vivasvan. His son Vivasvat Manu is the Manvantar, and he was none other than King Satyavrat in the previous Manvantara. Yeah, that's what we have been reading. And then Ikshvaku are the sons of Vivasvat Manu. Yeah. And we'll continue reading. Shiv Prabhu.
Yeah. Just yeah. Tesham Vansham Prithag Brahan Vanshanucharitarini Cha Kirtyasva Mahabhag Nityam Shushushatam Hi Naha. O greatly fortunate Sukadev Goswami, O great Brahmana, kindly describe to us separately the dynasties and the characteristics of all those kings, for we are always eager to hear such topics from you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, then Parikshit Maharaj is asking to describe, yeah, the dynasties and characteristics of all those kings. All those is like Ikshvaku. In the previous verse, yeah, he mentioned like Ikshvaku is the son of Vivasvat Manu. And then all those used kings, Parikshit Maharaj is asking to describe their kirtis, Kirti Yashwa Mahabhag. Yeah. ये भूता ये भविक्षाक्षय भवन्त्यद्यत्नाक्षये तेषां नः पुण्यकीर्तीनां सर्वेषां पदविक्रमान्. Kindly tell us about the abilities of all the celebrated kings born in the dynasty of Vivasvat Manu, including those who have already passed, those who may appear in the future, and those who exist at present. So look, Sukhdev Goswami knows about everything, right? The past, present, and future. And that's what Parikshit Maharaj is asking Sukhdev Goswami is to talk about the dynasty of Vivasvat Manu. It's a current Manu. So we have past, present, and future, right? We are still halfway through this Manvantara. Yeah, we are only halfway through this Manvantara. Still, the other half is to come. Yeah, and that's what Parikshit Maharaj is asking to describe that. Ajay?
Shri Sut Uvach. Evan Parikshita Ragya Sadasi Brahmavidnam Prishta Provad Bhagwan Ichchuk Param Dharmavita. Sud Goswami said, when Sukdev Goswami, the greatest knower of religious principles, was thus requested by Maharaj Parikshit in the assembly of all the scholars learned in Vedic knowledge, he then proceeded to speak. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. And he's saying Sri Sut Vacha. Who is Sut Goswami ji? Who is Sut Goswami?
Father?
So,
Isn't he the father?
no, father of whom?
No, I'm just messing.
No, the father is the Vivasvat Manu of Ikshvaku king, right? That's what Parikshit Maharaj is asking. So Parikshit Maharaj is asking to recite the story of all those great kings who are dynasty of Vivasvat Manu, right? Vivasvat Manu is the Manu of this Manvantara. And then Sukhdev Goswami ji is, of course, to whom Parikshit Maharaj is asking. So now Sud Goswami ji said, so if you remember, before the Kali Yuga started at Nemi Saranya, who is reciting this Srimad Bhagavatam, right? So if you remember, at Nemi Saranya, Sud Goswami ji was present, all the Rishi Munis were present, headed by Sonak Muni, and then Sonak Muni with all the Rishi Munis, because doing the Yagya, doing the Havan in Kali Yuga is not going to be easy, right? because doing a yajna and havan is a big thing, right? You have to really do it with the right discipline and right pronunciation and all those things. It's going to be tough for the common people like us. So Sona Goswamiji, right, is then asking Sud Goswamiji to recite the Srimad Bhagavatam. So Sud Goswamiji is reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam to all those Rishi Munis who gathered at Nemi Saranya. Yeah. And why Sud Goswamiji is reciting this? Because Sud Goswamiji was present when Sukdev Goswamiji was describing this to Parikshit Maharaj. Yeah. So when सुखदेव गोस्वामी जी इज रिसाइटिंग, जब बता रहे हैं श्रीमद् भागवतम का प्रवचन दे रहे हैं परीक्षित महाराज को, सूत गोस्वामी जी भी वहां पे प्रेजेंट थे, एंड इसीलिए सूत गोस्वामी जी वाज यूनिकली क्वालिफाइड टू रिसाइट दैट होल श्रीमद् भागवतम. That's what we are reading. So Sri Sut what? So Sri Sut Goswami ji is actually telling all the Rishi Munis that when Sukdev Goswami, the greatest knower of religious principles, of course, right? As we know, he's also one of the Mahajans, right? If you remember, we in the name of Mahajans, like Bhishma Pitamaha, Raja Janak, Sukdev Goswami is one of them, right? Was then requested by Parikshit Maharaj, and he then proceeded to speak. So Sukdev Goswami is reciting this to Parikshit Maharaj, is what Sud Goswami is telling all the Rishi Munis. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Vinaji?
Sri Shuk Uwach Shruyatam Manavo Vanshah Prachuryen Parantapa Na Shakyate Vistarato Vaktum Varshashatairapi. Sukdev Goswami continued, O king, subduer of your enemies, now hear from me in great detail about the dynasty of Manu. I shall explain as much as possible, although one could not say everything about it, even in hundreds of years. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So Sukdev Goswami is then telling Parikshit Maharaj, he will tell about the dynasty of Manu. And which Manu? Which Manu we are talking about right now?
Vyavasvat Manu.
Vyavasvat Manu, right? That's what Parikshit Maharaj is asking. He's asking to tell about Vyavasvat Manu. That's the current Manu Antar, 7th Manu Antar, Vyavasvat Manu. Dynasty of Vyavasvat Manu is what Sukdev Goswami is going to talk about. Yeah. And he's saying, I mean, of course, hundreds of years you cannot talk about it, but he'll try to summarize. So Srimad Bhagavatam, you see, everything is summarized, a summary of all the Vedas and Purans. Yeah. Shri Prabhu.
Yeah. Paravaresham bhutanamatma yah purushah parah sah evasididam vishwam kalpanateyanyan kinchan. The transcendental Supreme Person, the super soul of all living entities, who are in different statuses of life, high and low, existed at the end of the millennium when neither their manifested cosmos nor anything else but Him existed. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna is the transcendental Supreme Personal, right? Supreme Personality of Godhead, the super soul, yeah, of all the living entities, all the living entities. We have this Suksham Sharir, right? We have the Sthul Sharir, we have the Suksham Sharir, and we have the Atma, right? The soul. That soul is related to super soul. This is how all of us are connected. All souls connected to the super soul. That's Lord Vishnu, right? And then, of course, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna, right? So he was the one existing before anything, of course, else was existed, is what is being mentioned. Says here that taking the proper position from which to describe the dynasty of Manu, Sukdev Goswami begins by saying that when the entire world is inundated, only the Supreme Personality of Godhead exists and nothing else. Sukdev Goswami will now describe how the Lord creates other things one after another. Hare Krishna, Prem sir.
Hare Krishna. Tasya nabhe sambhavat पद्मकोशो हिरण्मय तस्मिन् याने महाराज स्वयं भूश्चतुरना. O King Parikshit, from the navel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead was generated a golden lotus, on which the four-faced Lord Brahma took his birth. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so of course Sukadeva Goswami is describing now what happened. We know this already, right? From the navel, Lord Vishnu ki nabhi se, yeah, golden lotus, Padma Kosho, Hiranyamaya hai, right? From where? From Nabhe, Tasya Nabhe, Sambhavat Padma Kosho Hiranyamaya. And who was that? Shambhu. Shambhu is Lord Brahma. Yeah. Lord Brahma is Shambhu, not to confuse with the first Manu. The name of the first Manu is Shambhu. Yeah. So this Shambhu is self-generated, and Shambhu is the first Manu, who is the son of Shambhu, actually. So Shambhu Manu, the Lord Brahma, is the first Manu, is son of Lord Brahma, who is known as Shambhu, and of course, yeah, four-faced Lord Brahma, yeah, Chaturanana, he took birth. Ajay?
Marichirman ससत्तस्य यज्ञे तस्यापि कश्यपः दाक्षायणयो ततो अदित्यां विवस्वान् भवत् सुतः. From the mind of Lord Brahma, Marichi took birth. From the semen of Marichi, Kashyap appeared, and from Kashyap, by the womb of Daksha's daughter Aditi, Vivaswan took birth. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we are describing the current Manu, yeah, current Manu, who is the Vivasvat Manu, is the son of Vivashvan, right? Surya Dev. And we know that all the Devatas took birth from Kashyap Muni and Aditi. Yeah, remember we also read about the Vaman Devata, and then we saw how all the Devatas were sons of Aditi, Mother Aditi and Kashyap Muni. Yeah, and then how is this? So you have Lord Brahma, Lord Brahma's mind, Marichi, Rishi Marichi appeared. Yeah, and of course we know all the other Rishis appeared too, right? And then the Marichi Rishi, son Kashyap Muni, and then Kashyap Muni, and then Daksha is also another Prajapati, who is also son of Lord Brahma, right? And then Mother Aditi and Kashyap Muni's son, Vivaswan, took birth, right? Vivaswan Bhavat Sutaya. Rinaji?
ततो मनुः श्राद्धदेवः संज्ञायामास भारत श्रद्धायां जनयामास दशपुत्रान् स आत्मवान् इक्ष्वाकु नृग शर्याते दिष्टधृत कुरुशखान् नरिष्यन्तं प्रशर्ध्रं च नभगं च कविं विभु. O king, best of the Bharat dynasty, from Vivaswan by the womb of Samjana, Shraddhadev Manu was born. Shraddhadev Manu, having conquered his senses, begot 10 sons in the womb of his wife, Shraddha. The names of these sons were Ikshwaku, Nrig, Saryati, Dista, Drista, Karushaka, Narisyant, Prasadhar, Nabhag, and Kavi. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so we know Vivaswan Manu, Vivaswan, Surya Dev. And who are the parents of Surya Dev?
Kashyap Muni and Aditi.
Kashyap Muni and Mother Aditi, right? We just read that. And then from Vivaswan Manu, Shraddha Dev Manu was born. Yeah. Shraddha Dev is the other name of Vivasvat Manu. Yeah. Shraddha Dev Manu is also known as Vivasvat Manu. That's the seventh Manu. And then all the names are given here, Ikshvaku and all the other names, 10 putras, right? 10 sons appeared from Vivasvat Manu, including Ikshvaku, Nrig, and all these other names. Yeah. Shiv Prabhu?
अप्रजस्य मनोः पूर्व वशिष्ठ Vasishto Bhagwan Kil. Mitra Varun Yorishtim Prajarth Makarod Vibhu. Manu at first had no sons. Therefore, in order to get a son for him, the great saint Vasishtha, who was very powerful in spiritual knowledge, performed a sacrifice to satisfy the demigod Mitra and Varuna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So Vasishtha Muni, as we know, Rishi Vasishtha, right? He, so initially when Manu had no sons, he did the sacrifice, yagna, right? To get a son for Manu. Yeah. For Vyavasvat Manu. Prem sir?
Tatra Sadho Shraddha Mano Patni Hotaram Samaya Shat Duhi Vittar Mupagyan Pratipatti Prayovata. During this sacrifice, Shraddha, Manu's wife, who was observing the vow of subsisting only by drinking milk, approached the priest offering the sacrifice, offered obeisances to him, and begged for a daughter. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So even though Vasishtha Muni, right, was doing a yagya to get a son for Manu, Vyavasvat Manu, who is also known as Shraddha Dev, right? And Shraddha is also his wife's name. Yeah, Vyavasvat Manu's wife is Shraddha, and she was, of course, doing a vow by only drinking milk, and she approached the priest and offering obeisances and begged for a daughter. Yeah. Preshito dharvayurna hota vyacharat tat samahita grahite havishi vacha vashatakaram grinam vijay. Told by the chief priest, now offer oblations. Person in charge of oblations took clarified butter to offer. He then remembered the request of Manu's wife and performed the sacrifice while chanting the word Vashat. Yeah. And what was the request of Manu's wife? Was to have a daughter. And then he offered the sacrifice oblation. Ajay?
Prabhuji, a quick question. Previously, we read about demigod Mitra and Varuna. So, who is Mitra? Like, I'm not able to remember.
Yeah. So in the current Manuvanta, Mitra Dev, yeah, so Varun Dev we know, right? Varun Dev is the Devata of Jal, right? So
Jal,
that's what,
water, yeah.
yeah. And maybe Mitra Dev, we have so many Devatas actually.
Okay, yeah, I know. I was like, I don't remember Mitra Dev,
Yeah, but we can search on Mitra Dev, I'm
Yeah,
sure we'll
okay.
find something. And maybe it's a special, this thing, like when you do the sacrifices to get the son, you do prayers to Mitra Dev. So, yeah, we can search for that. Too.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah, he's one of the Adityas. I just checked.
Say again, Prem?
He's one of the Adityas, one of the Mata Aditi's son.
Yeah, of course, right. He's one of Mata Aditi's son, Mitra Dev, because all the Devatas are sons of Mata Aditi.
Yeah.
But I think what
is the power? Like, Varun
what
Dev
Shiv
is demigod of water, so Mitra Dev is demigod of.
Yeah, like basically we have not read too much about Mitra Dev, is what
Yeah.
Shiv.
Basically, Mitra itself means God associated with friendship, love, and harmony.
That's what Mitra means. Yeah. But like we have heard about Surya Dev, Chandra Dev, Ganesh Ji, Hanuman Ji, we know so many Devatas, right? But Mitra Dev is not that.
Yeah, but I think I also just Googled and it just says Mitra is the Hindu god of friendship, harmony, integrity, and order among humans. So you're right. Like, I mean, as the word says, Mitra. So,
That's what Prem is saying too, right?
Yeah.
That's what we know the meaning of Mitra.
Yeah, from there. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean.
First reference is in Rig Veda, so we'll have to go back to Rig Veda to understand a little more.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I thought that Modi ji developed that word.
Yeah. All the words are already there. They pre-exist.
Modi Ved, huh? Big Ved. Yeah, of course. So if we, so in, that's the thing, like in Srimad Bhagavatam, right, we'll find the summary. We will see all the 4 Vedas and all our 18 Purans, right? 18th Puran is, of course, Srimad Bhagavatam. But then all these summarized, in such a nice way with full devotion and full glorification of Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? But yeah, anyway, so Mitra there, of course, and Varun there are Devatas. And that's what Vashishta Muni is offering sacrifice so that Vevasvat Manu can have a son. Meanwhile, Shraddha, the Shraddha Dev, of course, and the wife of Shraddha Dev and Vevasvat Manu, the same thing, right? And wife is desiring a daughter, right? Is what we are reading right now. Yeah, Ajay?
Hotus tad hotus tadav vichareण kannela naam sambhavat tam vilokya manu prahanati tusht managurum. Manu had begun that sacrifice for the sake of getting a son, but because the priest was diverted by the request of Manu's wife, a daughter named Ila was born. Upon seeing the daughter, Manu was not very satisfied. Thus he spoke to his guru Vasisht as follows. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So you see what happened, right? Vevasvat Manu, the Vashisht, yeah, Guru Vashisht, he started the sacrifice to get a son for Vevasvat Manu, but then his wife, Shraddha, right, had a request to have a daughter, and then so a daughter named Ila was born. Yeah. Arina ji?
भगवन् किमिदं जातं कर्म वो ब्रह्मवादिनां विपर्यमहो कष्टमेवं स्याद् ब्रह्म विक्रिया. O Lord, my Lord, all of you are expert in chanting the Vedic mantras. How then has the result been opposite to the one desired? This is a matter for lamentation. There should not have been such a reversal of the results of the Vedic mantras. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So, and who is speaking this?
Where was it, Manu?
Yeah, Vevasvat Manu. And he asking to whom?
Vasishtha Guru Maharaj.
Yeah, Vashishta Rishi, right? Rishi Vashishta is asking that all of you are expert in Vedic mantras. Yeah. Then, and what was the result expected? Result was he started the yajna to get a son, and then they had a daughter. And then he was asking, like, how can such a reversal of the Vedic mantras happen? Yeah, Brahma Vikriya. How is that possible? Is what Vivasvat Manu is asking Vashisht Muni. Yeah. And a nice purport, let's just read this. Yeah, Shiv Prabhu.
Yeah. In this age, the performance of yagna has been forbidden because no one can properly chant the Vedic mantras. If Vedic mantras are chanted properly, the desire for which a sacrifice is performed must be successful. Therefore, the Hare Krishna chant is called the Maha Mantra, the great exalted mantra above all other Vedic mantras, because simply chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra brings so many beneficial effects, as explained by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sikshastaka 1. Cheto Darpana Marjanam Bhava Maha Dvagni Nirvapanam Shreya Kairava Chandrika Vitranam Vidya Vadhu Jivanam Anandam Buddhi Vradhanam Pratipadam Urunam Ristavadhanam Sarvata Snapanam Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. Glory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life, of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtana movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So the couple of important things mentioned here is one is Vedic mantras, not very easy to chant the Vedic mantras properly. But in this Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us, right, this Maha Mantra, which is the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And about that mantra, what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has described is that it cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years. Yeah, for years we have been getting this materialistic birth, right? The birth, death, old age, and disease. And all this dust accumulated for years, yeah, gets slowly and slowly purified and cleansed up by doing this Maha Mantra of Hare Krishna. It extinguishes the fire of conditional life. Yeah. As soon as we get in touch with materialistic world, yeah, soul gets conditioned. We think we are this body, and that's why we are keep doing all these karmas and get into repeated birth and death, right? So what is being mentioned is the Sankirtan movement, which is the Hare Krishna chanting, is the prime benediction for humanity at large, yeah, because it gives you the transcendental knowledge, it gives the transcendental bliss, and it gives you the nectar for which we are all always anxious to go back to the body of Godhead. We are going to pause here and we'll continue reading what happens next, the conversation between Vashishta Muni and Vivasvat Manu. Yeah, and we know it's Kartik month, so happy Kartik month to everyone. And during this Kartik month, most of the time we are going to hear the Damodar Astakam. Generally, during this month, every day, Damodar Astakam is done in almost all the temples of Hare Krishna and generally everywhere. Is the Damodar Leela of Lord Shri Krishna's Bal Leela. And it's supposed to be one of the most auspicious months. It's mentioned that whatever you do in this month, it gets multiplied. Like if you chant one time, it has an impact of 100 chantings, things like that. Yeah. So let's hear this Damodar Astakam, and it's around 10 minutes. Okay. So we'll hear that. So,
Rekakanta Teta Brahmam Damodaram Bhaktivedanta Muhushvasakam Patrika Kakanta Teta Brahmam Damodaram Bhaktivedanta Triksvalila Bhirananda Kunde Svagosham Nimajantam Akhyapayantam Viti Triksvalila Bhirananda Kunde Svagosham Nimajantam Akhyapayantam Tadiyashitagneshu bhaktanchitatva Puna prematastam sarta vritivande Tadiyashitagneshu bhaktanchitatva Puna prematastam sarta vritivande bhakti bhajau kritam cha tata prema bhaktim swakame prayacha namo shegraho me sthitamodhareka tata prema bhaktim swakame prayacha namo shegraho me sthitamodhareka Studame spuraditidame Tvadiyudarayata vishwasyadame Namaste studame spuraditidame Tvadiyudarayata vishwasyadame Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya Namo Nandalaya Devaya Turyam Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya Namo Nandalaya Devaya Turyam Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hello, Sri Radhe Damodar Bhagwan ki.
Jai. That was amazing.
Very nice. Very transcendental Damodar Ashtakam. You should do this every day. So at least in Srimad Bhagavatam, you are going to hear it. And you tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. Yeah, we start with chanting. So that's so nice. We do the chanting in Srila Prabhupada's way. One round of chanting. Kartik month special auspicious time to do chanting. So see you tomorrow at 9:30. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.